I just walked up and there's a car in my driveway with a dead body.
With what?
Dead body.
A dead body?
Yes.
On November 23, 2019, dispatchers got a 911 call from a worried citizen who had just discovered a body in her backyard. The name of the caller was 51-year-old Yvonne Serrano, and she found the body at 5:55 a.m. in the morning. Soon after, the detectives arrived at the crime scene where the body was collected, and they began to look into the previous night and what had unfolded. The body was soon identified, and it was found to be 21-year-old Daniela Tabares Maya. She was last seen in the CCTV footage of a bar called World of Beer with a couple of friends. But one face looked familiar in that footage. It was Yvonne Serrano. The woman who had reported the body with a gunshot to the forehead was the same woman who had been seen with Daniela when she was last seen alive. It was also clearly visible in the footage that Yvonne and Daniela left together after Yvonne signaled to Daniela to head towards the door.
Are they inside the vehicle?
No, they're outside the vehicle.
Okay. Does it look like they shot themselves or what?
I don't know. I just look at it.
And you don't know this person? Do you know who that is?
I know it's a Nissan.
No, but that person, do you know them?
It's a girl.
Yeah, do you know that girl?
I can tell.
The detectives were really curious now, and the question remained as to why Yvonne would lie. Within the first few hours of investigation, the first witness became the suspect, and what she would go on to say in the interrogation would make detectives even more sure that Yvonne knew more than she claimed.
Okay, you did, after we discussed this case earlier at your residence, agree to come here with us to the police station, correct?
I didn't agree, you probably, but that's okay. I'm here.
Well, no, let's not word it that way.
Are you here because you want to be here?
You were put in handcuffs, correct?
Oh, yeah.
You recall you were put in handcuffs?
No.
And you recall that when we were sitting in the kitchen, Detective Young and I in your house, we told you we wanted to ask you some more questions that were investigating the death of Daniela, that you were the last person that we know that's ever alive. We asked if you'd come here and speak with us. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. So while you were at the World of Beer, you were with Austin, as you mentioned, and you saw Rick, and you saw several people.
Alive, and everybody else, that in and out of the.
And Daniela Tabares, this is the person who's been identified, right?
Yes.
On your driveway, is deceased. Did you see her there last night?
Yes, she was there. She was at the World of Beers, and she was with a bunch of women, the husbands and stuff like that. And I was sitting there, and they were talking, and we were talking, and everybody was having a great time, back and forth.
Do you remember what she was wearing? Was it?
Oh God, no.
No, you don't recall what Daniela was wearing?
No, I didn't pay attention. That wasn't on my.
No, because we're gonna look to spot her on a video there from World of Beer and see who was hanging around there. What were you wearing?
The only thing that I remember with her, because it was her hair. That when you go to the gym, you normally ponytail and stuff like that. So and then she had her hair down, and it's wavy and curly, with big waves. And that's something I remember.
That's what you remember about her last. Well, the two of you did spend some time speaking with each other. Yes, sir.
No. We were talking on the table. We were here now talking. Everybody was talking, so it wasn't like one-on-one conversation.
But did you speak to her?
Oh yeah, I did.
Do you remember what about?
No, we were making. Oh, actually, I did. We were making fun about another girl that was there. When they were talking, all the women were talking about that, and I was like, we were laughing about the conversation.
You were drinking
Yes,
alcohol?
No, beer.
Beer.
Well, a lot of people say alcohol is like hard.
Okay.
Now.
This might be a good time for me to show you a picture, see if you can identify anybody in it.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Do you know who that is? Right there?
That's me.
That's you, okay. That's what I thought. And how about this female kind of behind you? With the
wavy, yeah, the wavy hair, that might be her.
You think that might be Daniela?
Uh-huh,
Okay.
I think.
Given the state of the crime scene and Yvonne's reactions to reporting the crime, there is no room left for the benefit of the doubt. Someone other than Yvonne could not have killed Daniela. So, detectives start questioning her right away as she has become their prime suspect within a few hours of finding the body. While Yvonne claims that she did not know Daniela very well, almost everyone at the gym says otherwise.
So you, that white tank top is what you were wearing last night? Okay.
Did you, the black tank top you were wearing when we were at your house earlier, I thought you had mentioned that you were wearing that.
No.
No?
No, I told you.
You told me to wait for the beginning.
Okay, so maybe one of the patrolmen got it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many beers did you drink?
I give me one. I paid for 2. That's 3, and that's not what I paid for.
3?
3.
What kind of beer was it?
It's called Lux something Kentucky.
It's an IPA,
No, it's not an IPA. Actually, it's a very smooth beer.
an amber ale.
It's something like that. Yeah. It's like it's not dark beer.
It's not very strong. 4 or 5%, you know, the alcohol content?
I know. I think it was more than that.
More than that? Okay. What type of person are you when it comes to drinking? I mean, you a pretty experienced drinker? You drink on a regular basis, or
No.
are you the type that can't hold her alcohol, so to speak?
No, I think that you know, I can hold my alcohol.
You can?
Yeah.
How often do you drink in a week?
Maybe the weekends. I mean, one day or 2.
You drink?
Yeah, and I have stopped because I want to lose weight and I want to sweat, and I was trying to get in the process of that.
Okay. Have you ever had an episode from alcohol to where you consumed so much alcohol that you blacked out?
Like, maybe once or twice, but that was like months back, years back.
Years back. So, since however many years back to now, you've been consuming alcohol kind of regularly, socially on the weekends?
Not even socially on the weekends. Putting every weekend, that's too much. Maybe, I'm talking about it's very sporadic. It's like one weekend, one day.
So last night, you had 3 beers. One person bought a beer for you, and then you purchased 2 on your own.
Yeah.
So that's not like an unreasonable amount of alcohol to consume for you.
That's the thing. I don't want to lie to you. I just like, yes, is it? But I don't, I think that's a lot. Maybe before that is the last thing I after that, or maybe before that, because I don't know when the picture was taken. I honest to God, I don't remember even walking out, getting in the car. I don't remember.
From 3 beers, you don't remember shortly thereafter.
I don't know if
The time from that photograph.
Yeah, I don't know if they're shots. I don't know.
You don't know if they're what?
If there were somebody by shots, or I don't remember. But I mean, the picture of somebody is like I was trying to holding something out in.
Or like maybe you were laughing or something, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't.
Did you drink any shots?
No. Well, I don't want to say no, but for what I drink, until I remember, I didn't do shots. I didn't do anything.
You don't remember doing any shots?
Yeah, I don't remember. Nothing.
The detectives asking about the color of Yvonne's top in the CCTV versus at the time when she reported the crime is a crucial piece of evidence that they have brought up early on in the case. As you keep watching, it will be brought up again, just more aggressively. Meanwhile, Yvonne claims that she can hold her liquor, but she forgets that it's fun to brag about how much alcohol you can hold until you're a murderer hoping to tell the cops you blacked out because of drinking in the hopes of escaping some jail time.
What I've got here is a text message from Daniela's phone into Austin.
Okay.
All right? We know for a fact that Daniela drove you home.
Okay.
Okay? Instead,
I mean,
right?
it's obvious his car is there, and
Okay. Well, it says here, you got an Uber question mark, just got in. Okay, I was looking for you, but let me know when you get home. You got it, where are you? I'm still here, I'm taking Yvonne home. So this is Daniela saying, I'm taking Yvonne home.
Okay.
This is at about 1:25.
Mhm.
Okay? So you understand that, to our knowledge, you are the last person to see Yvonne alive. You understand that, right?
Yes, I understand.
So that's
Daniela.
why I'm to see Daniela, Yvonne, you're Yvonne.
Yeah.
See Daniela. That's why I'm stressing the importance of having you here and for you to reach back and remember as much as humanly possible. Okay? Are you aware of the Maplewood community that kind of butts up to your street there? You got that yellow house to your left, the yellow one that they just blacked out the driveway. You're facing your house, you get the yellow house, then you go a little further and there's a gate there, right?
Yes, yes.
Guard gate.
Yeah.
There's a guard gate there. There's camera in that guard gate,
Okay.
okay? So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind.
No,
Okay.
I do not deny the fact that the car is in my driveway. I don't deny, it's obviously, I don't remember getting into her car. I don't remember, from there, the drive or anything. I don't remember getting anything of that. But due to the fact that it's in my house, I assume that, I was there.
Okay, so
I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm honest, but I'm telling you, I don't.
you don't remember coming home or having
I don't
gone home.
remember
So,
about that home.
do you have any way of, with your Ring doorbell, which we discussed earlier, that you delete, but of telling us what is your normal path of going into your home? You've got your side garage door, your large garage door, and your front door. How do you normally go in and out of your home
It depends.
if you do not drive?
I normally get to the garage door, to the side door,
Why do you do that?
because it's faster. It's one shot instead of trying to open two things in the you get the lock and one in the bottom. I'm gonna be honest with you. This morning I think that I was still drunk. Everything was blurry. Everything was the only thing that I remember is seeing her.
Well, how did you go out the front door?
I think.
Did you go out the front door, the garage door, or the side garage door?
Honestly, I cannot tell you.
Yvonne, there are certain things that I'm going to ask that are simple, like ground ball, easy questions to answer, right?
That you've already given the answers.
You're correct. Okay, so keep in mind, I want you to establish credibility with me. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I
Okay,
understand.
I know. I want to know that when I ask a question and you give me the answer, that's the correct answer. I don't, like I said earlier, I don't want to work too hard for the answer. So I know
I got
you said to Detective Young how you went out this morning. So how did you go out this morning? Front door, side garage door,
No, I
or
think
large garage door?
I think that was the front door.
The front door.
I think that was the front door. If like I said.
What time do you think that was? Right before you dialed 911 and discovered?
Yeah, it was right before that. It was like in and out, and I saw, the thing on the floor. Because I didn't know who, what, or what the person was. The hair, whatever, the blood in the head. I didn't recognize. I didn't know who, how I get to the house. So I didn't know who he was, and right away, I went. I don't know if if you ask me if I kneel, if I bend over, but I cannot tell you. But I went and I touched her.
Where were you going? Where were you going? That you walked
Normally because when in the mornings when I daze off or something like that, or something like that happened that I remember, I tend to go either look to see what's going on.
But not normally. Don't tell us what you normally do or what you tend to do. Tell us where you were going this morning when you stepped out of your house. Where were you intending to go?
Okay.
Why did you step out of your house?
You still feel drunk from the night before?
Yes. I honestly, I was. Okay. How can I put this without, you saying, credibility or honestly, I want to say I was still drunk, and I want to say, honest to goodness, there was two things. Either I walk out of the house, or I walk up in the car, sitting on the passenger seat.
Of which car?
Of her car.
You think he might have awakened on the front seat of her passenger?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was sitting there, and I don't, I didn't know how I got there, but I saw the door open, and when you those small cars, so you look out and you see.
So you
And I run around and I try to whatever, and then I
Okay, so-
I
okay, so
run.
now-
that's a new memory that you have.
Yes,
Okay. All
yes.
right.
But I don't want to, because
No.
I feel like that you're like looking for
Well, we're looking for pieces of the puzzle to put them together.
Okay.
We're doing our job.
Okay.
Our job is to put all the pieces of the puzzle together.
And I
Okay,
understand.
So
so
find out the whole truth. And
Okay.
so now at this point, you're thinking, as we sit here, that you're remembering waking up in the front passenger seat of a
Yes,
car.
yes.
Okay, and when you woke up,
I woke up and I was like on a daze, not knowing, how I got who the car was or whatever. I look to my left and I see the door open and I see somebody on the floor. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know what car it was. I didn't know anything. I opened the door. I went around. I don't know if I kneeled. I don't know if what I did. Bend over
So
or whatever.
you-
And I went and I was like, I touched and tried to move her or something. And then I saw that it was stiff.
Okay.
Hard. And then I told right away 911.
When the detectives arrived at the scene, they realized that Yvonne had deleted the contents of her doorbell camera. But what she could not delete was the footage from her neighbor's doorbell camera.
and you believe you walked around the front,
I believe
and then you went around to check on her.
Yes.
And you touched her.
Yeah, I touched her, the chest, and I don't know if I touched anything else.
Did you get any blood on your hands when you touched her?
I
Her shirt was covered in blood.
don't.
And it was still dark at this time.
Yeah, it was dark too.
Because-
I mean, it was like 5 something.
My app says that sunrise today was at 6:45 a.m.
Okay, so
I
here's my question, and this is an important one. Okay, you're wearing a white tank top last night. You looked at a photograph displayed to you by Detective
Yes.
Young from World of Beer last night. You're wearing a white tank top and jeans, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, when the police get there today, you're wearing a black tank top.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Where's your white tank top? Stay on the phone with 911 until the police arrive, which was a few minutes. I just got confirmation.
Okay, yeah.
You stay on the phone until police arrive. So while you're on the phone, you're telling me that you wake up in the car, you look over, you see the door open, you see your body, you get out, you walk around to the front of the car, right?
Uh-huh.
You go over there, you put your hand on her, you check on her, you see that she's dead, right? You're on the phone
Well, I
already.
didn't know that she was dead. She was not responding.
Okay.
She's responsive.
You're on the phone at this point with 911 on the driveway. This is what you're saying, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, while you're on the phone with the dispatcher, they're asking you questions. During that time that they're asking you questions,
To honest to you, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't remember what the question was. I don't remember my answers.
we can listen to it.
Okay, that's fine.
We can listen to it.
I don't. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I guess I was still drunk. I was still dazed. I was still, trying to get my bearings on. I don't remember. I do remember calling 911, and I think that was the adrenaline or whatever. I don't know.
If you don't remember the questions or what was discussed with 911, that's not a big deal.
Okay.
Those phone calls are recorded. We
Yeah,
don't
we can
listen
go
to
back
that
and
phone
listen
call.
to it. and
Okay,
It's not.
I didn't want you to focus.
The detectives are tired of watching Yvonne lie through her teeth, so they finally begin confronting her.
Let's go back to the video camera in the community next to you.
Okay.
All right? Video cameras, motion activated, right?
I guess, I don't know.
So video camera's got the car pulling into the driveway, and no other car coming and no other car going.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I already know at this point in time, as you're lying in some place, because, and I'll tell you why, I know that you didn't spend the entire night in that car.
I didn't?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
So you're sitting here and you're saying that you're remembering waking up in the car this morning, but I know that that's not accurate.
Okay.
Okay?
Then what did I do? Because I don't,
I want you to tell me what you did.
I honestly, I don't. I don't. I mean, I cannot make stuff up. I
You've
don't
got
remember.
4 children.
I do.
2 of them in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Your worst nightmare is getting a phone call saying that one of them was
And
killed.
I understand.
Correct?
I understand.
Okay.
Okay? I understand that. Okay? And I cannot tell you. You know? You said that you know. Well, if you know, you tell me, because I don't know.
Well,
You said that I didn't spend the car. You can say, I don't, you know,
let me go back to this car here.
please tell me,
Okay.
you know, because I need to leave it myself.
You remember what time you got home?
No, I don't even remember getting in the car.
I believe it was a little bit after 2. Okay? And shortly after that, lights come on inside the car. Okay? Why does the dome light come on inside the car?
Door open.
Right. Don't you think that's important? You were the only 2 people in the car. There's nobody else in the car.
Okay.
You go to the shooting range, right?
Yeah, but that's,
So you're pretty familiar with the guns.
yes. I mean,
When you go to the shooting range, you wear headphones, right? On account of the sound,
Yeah.
because it's very, very loud, right? Now, with only 3 beers in you, which is not a lot, you said earlier in the interview that you can handle your alcohol well. With only 3 beers in you, does it sound conceivable that you were so intoxicated that you wouldn't hear a gunshot go off inside of a vehicle without beer protection? Does that sound possible to you?
so you're trying to tell me that I shoot her?
I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you questions.
I cannot
I'm
answer.
asking you questions.
Honestly,
I want to know how I can explain to Daniela's mother that this woman here, who cares about her, right? Who acts motherly towards her at the bar, gets a ride home from her because she's intoxicated, and then initially tells us that you were inside, walked out and found Daniela. Now changed it to you felt
I knew that was going to come.
I'm asking you how am I supposed to make sense of this at this point?
I told him, and I told you, I do not remember. I do not, you just said that, I do not remember.
Have you ever seen a dead body?
No.
Okay. Was it pretty traumatizing for you?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, then let's be reasonable here. Is there anything worse that you've ever seen in your life other than what you saw today? Have you ever seen anything worse than that?
No. And for me, the thought that you telling me, okay, and I don't remember that I did something, it just,
So
I do not conceive it.
here's where I'm going with this. Considering you've never seen anything worse, yes or no?
No.
We're here an hour now. Now it's time to stop. It's time to stop, and it's time to move to the next phase of this interview here.
Okay.
Okay? That depends on you. Okay? You know, ballistics, things like that. All these things are going to come into play.
I know.
Okay? So you understand what I'm saying here?
I understand what you're saying. I got it. We got ballistics. You got, just the thought.
Was it an accident? Tell us how it happened.
I don't know.
Because nobody can believe that you wake up next to a person who's been shot to death inside of a vehicle and the shot doesn't wake you up unless you're already awake. Do you understand? Do you understand the big common sense problem with that situation?
I understand,
Okay.
but at the same time, it's, I understand what you're saying, and I comprehend, all the
Right.
all the legalities, the ban and the stuff like that.
Right. There's no way you can be drunk enough not to be awakened by a gunshot inside a vehicle. So there has to be some kind of a better explanation of how this happened, other than you meant to do it, or it was an accident.
God,
Like Detective Randazzo said, we are now an hour into this. It is now time to move into the next phase.
Okay. How can I say this? You want me to confess something that I don't know. You try to make me confess something that I don't remember. Honest to goodness, I don't. Either loud shot, gunshot, whatever. And for the life of me, just now that you're telling me,
We can tell by how cold her body feels how long she's been there. And when you walked around and you saw the body, were you cognizant of the blood? Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah. If I know that was blood, I was conscious of the mud on the head.
No. Like when you ran around the front of the box to go check on her, were you thinking to yourself, because you're pretty aware of the blood on your shirt, right? You cleaned it? I better not step in this blood as I run around? Did you have no regard for that whatsoever?
No,
What part of her body did you go to?
To the front. I think it was, the chest, the arm. I think that I touched her arm.
Okay, so you think you were...
I tried to do this to her.
You don't remember that because you drank 3 beers, a woman who can consume alcohol and over alcohol.
I repeat, I got my 3 beers. I don't remember if I drink some more, if I did shots, and that's,
Yvonne, you don't get to change things. When I asked you early on in the conversation, what type of drinker are you? Are you a social drinker, weekend drinker? Are you capable of handling 3 beers? Yes. How much alcohol did you consume at World of Beer? I bought 2 beers and someone bought me a beer. That's 3. Now, here we are an hour later. You don't get to say, I don't remember because I may have done shots and I may have done...
No. I'm not saying that I don't... I said, and I told him exactly. I said, for what I remember, I took 3 beers and I said, okay, somebody bought me 1, I bought 2. Okay? And that's what I recall, and I don't have to lie about that. And I told him they were 8.5 ABV, AP, whatever.
She told me 3 beers, 8.5 alcohol.
And so after that, because it happens once that I drink, and that happened many years back. I told one of my friends that we were drinking. And I told him, I say, I only gonna do 1 shot. And I woke up the next morning, not the next morning, but like a few hours later, or the next morning, I don't remember. And I called him and say, hey, I remember you paying the bill, and I don't remember we had 1 shot. And he said, no, it was 7. So I'm not lying here about that.
So now you remember having a conversation when you paid the bill?
No. I'm talking about that. This is different.
Another time.
This is another time. This is a different situation. What I'm telling you is that
you're saying that there was a time when you only remember having 1 shot, but the bill shows there were more than that.
Yeah, I called the person that I was, and I said, hey, I thought that you were paying the bill, and it was only 1 shot, and then I said, no, it was 7.
As the interrogation progresses, Yvonne will keep recalling either a new detail of the night or a new number to her alcohol consumption. Either way, the truth they learned after investigating was that Yvonne was an extremely aggressive drinker.
It's a 9 millimeter.
And we're not even going to look in your house. We're searching now behind your house and everywhere.
Okay, no, that's fine. You can search everywhere.
It's over. It's over.
I understand that it's over.
You understand where I'm going with this?
I know that you're going to get arrested, and I'm going to...
The bullet's going to match up to your gun, isn't it?
If you said so.
I'm asking you. Is the bullet going to match up to your gun?
I don't know.
You're the only one who could possibly know the answer to that question. I don't think you want to admit it, because you think by admitting what you really know, that we're going to think you're a horrible, horrible person. Accidents happen.
Listen, I am not thinking about I'm a horrible person or whatever. I am really honest to goodness. I don't remember. And when you wanted to say it was an accident, it wasn't. What do you want me to say?
The gun is already going to the lab.
Okay.
The VSO lab. Okay. The shell is going to the lab.
I understand. Okay. I understand.
It's a 9 millimeter bullet.
Yes.
It's going to match up to your gun. This is your chance to give us an explanation as to how that matches up to your gun.
I don't have an
How did the gun go off? What happened?
I don't have an explanation because I don't remember. How do you pretend me to elaborate on something that I
don't want you to pretend.
It's not that if I would say I shot her, I cannot tell you if I did. I don't remember if I didn't. I don't remember I don't know if it's gonna match or if it's not gonna match. Believe me, please.
You understand the process?
I understand the whole thing, and I might end in jail. I got it.
Whatever happened, I'm trying to wrap my head around why it happened. Okay, if you were with her and you were motherly to her and you were protecting her from this stranger, how does she wind up dead?
Maybe you were showing her your gun. She wanted to see your gun, and it accidentally went
It won't help you to lie anymore. It won't help you. You won't help
I am
yourself.
not trying to help or unhelp myself. I am telling you the truth.
So far, the two detectives, despite their best efforts, have not been able to break Yvonne. But a third detective enters with a whole new angle to the case, which leaves Yvonne shocked, offended, and looking for answers.
It looked to me like you were hanging out a lot with Danielle from watching the video. Clearly, the video doesn't tell everything, but the video does show a lot. You know, they have a couple different angles. So you're hanging out with her.
Yeah, I mean, she was there too.
Yeah. And it
And
looked
we were
like
talking, and the reason, I think at the end, maybe you see me more with her was because there was a guy, like I said, there and trying to make move with her, and then I walked in and I, tried to be like, mom stuff, and I said, she's my daughter, blah, blah. He got a little bit mad, and I, was like, yeah, right, whatever. He got teasing, and I was like, okay, if you need anything, you need help, or you want to get rid of it, just let me know. I'm here. And she's like, oh yeah, my mom. So that was it. Nothing.
what else did you guys talk about?
Not much. I don't remember what we talked about. I mean, we talked about the girls. There was a girl there that she was drunk, and then the boyfriend was looking for her, and they couldn't find her, and we were laughing about that. We were talking about Austin that was drunk. When I think that in the video maybe showing that me trying to hold him because he was, and that was basically the conversation. There wasn't nothing serious, nothing, nothing, nothing aggravating, nothing. Just
No, I'm not saying there was. It didn't look like you guys were getting along great.
yes.
Didn't look like aggravating at all. It looked like very friendly, chummy. It looked flirtatious is what it looked like. And I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying it looked it. It looked like you guys were almost a couple.
Oh, okay.
You can see how it could look like that from a video, right?
Yeah.
So were you guys talking at all about other, boys, girls? Does she have a relationship? Is she single?
I cannot tell you anything about her from her personal life. I cannot tell you anything about her. Okay, like I said, I saw her 2 or 3 times maybe at the gym when it was, by. And last night, then we started talking church, with the people and stuff like that. And that's it. I cannot tell you. I don't even know what her last name was. Understand and comprehend where you guys coming from, but at the same time, I'm being honest. I don't.
No. Don't say you're being honest.
What I'm saying.
I don't want you to say you're being honest.
Okay.
Right? Because you've been consistently not been honest.
Okay.
So don't say you're being honest.
Okay.
So the last thing you remember is talking about getting an Uber.
Yes, and I was at the bar.
Remember holding hands with Danielle?
No.
Really? You don't remember holding hands, kissing?
No.
You don't remember anything?
No.
Making out?
No.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But if you can't remember what happened, then why are you looking at me like that would never happen?
Because I don't remember, and I wouldn't think that would happen.
Why? Why not? You're lonely, she's lonely. Happens all the time. So explain to me why that's so shocking.
Well, it's shocking for me because I don't,
What?
I don't say it that way.
Why?
Because I don't. I mean, it's just, everybody, somebody likes granolas and somebody likes other things. I mean, that's.
Well, what if she's coming on to you?
If I like I said, I don't, if I am in my whole, I would say, I don't swing that way. I'm sorry, and that's it.
But you had a couple drinks. You work out. You're in shape. You're hanging out with her. It's like a date.
See, but it wasn't a date. I mean, she went to the movies. We don't even sit together. I didn't see her at the movies.
So it's a one-night stand.
What? No, you're trying to put like I have a relationship with her or anything. I don't.
You don't remember.
Well, I don't remember.
Right? I mean, you might have.
But I don't remember.
I mean, you could have been making out the whole night.
There's a lot of things that, you can tell me that it happened and I would say, I don't remember, I don't know.
Right, but some of it you look at me like I'm crazy, and some of it you look at me with a blank stare. So you remember some stuff.
No, I don't remember anything. I mean, I don't remember, whatever that you're saying.
You don't remember.
I don't remember.
So what I want to know is, what was the relationship with you and her in the car from the time you left the bar to go to the car?
Oh my God,
Were you holding hands? I mean, there's video of it.
well, if the video is there, then I was holding hands. I don't remember.
You don't remember.
But if it's in the video, it's in the video. I cannot deny.
Well, I haven't watched that video yet. We're trying to get it all. I'm interested to see what that video shows. Or were you guys fighting from the bar?
No, for what I recall, before, I don't remember. It was a pleasant conversation that we were having, with everybody. I mean,
it looks very clear to me what happened. Doesn't it look very clear to you what happened? You don't think it's clear?
it's clear that, she's dead.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's clear. And it's clear that she got shot in the head, right? With your gun. It's clear. So tell me, when you sit next to somebody that shoots somebody in the head, what is that? What is it? It's not a trick question. It's murder. Yeah, right? So two people come home from a bar together, and one of them gets shot in the head. Tell me, what is that?
Just more, what are you saying? Murder.
Yeah. So this isn't rocket science.
I understand.
You do. You understand.
Yes, I do.
So you leave with a girl, and she takes you home, and you stay in the car with her for 5 minutes, and she ends up with a bullet in her head, the bullet that came from your gun, and then you go inside and spend 3 hours cleaning up. And then you call us, and then you lie to us for hours, and you think it's okay?
I don't say that it's okay, and I don't, you guys insist that I'm lying.
No. It's not insisting. It is what it is. It is. You lied. So it isn't insisting anything. It isn't us making up stories. This is all about you. You left a bar with a girl that you were having a great time with. It isn't like you had some heated, horrible, violent relationship with this person. This isn't something that has been going on and festering, and we've been to your house with domestics and violent arrests. No, this is, you meet a girl pretty much for the first time, casually, and you meet up with them, and then you go home, and you bring her home to your house. That's what happens. And then you spend 5 minutes in the car together, and then she ends up with a bullet in her head. So just riddle me that. Explain it to me. That's all. It's not hard. It's not complicated. But that's the facts.
So you want me to tell you something that I don't remember?
That's your brilliant statement.
I'm not trying to be brilliant. I'm not trying to be elaborated.
You are completely lying to my face.
Okay?
Okay.
If you said so.
Yeah, I do say so. Because this is ridiculous. What do you think this is? So tell me what happened. Don't tell me anything other than what happened. Just tell me what happened. Let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Were you making out with her? What was it? What was it?
I don't know.
No, that's not true.
Well, that's my truth.
No, it's not. It's not even your truth. It isn't even your truth. It's what you're choosing to tell us. So
I'm not choosing to tell you anything. I'm telling you the truth.
No, that isn't the truth.
Because you want to say that I dragged her home, that my intentions was, outrageous, and just because A, B, or C.
You could say you were trying to rob her. You could say, I wanted her wallet. I wanted her money. There's a lot of things you could say. I just want the truth. Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing because I'm trying to tell you.
No, you're not. No. You're not trying to tell me.
I'm telling you.
If you were telling me, you wouldn't be here. We'd be done.
I'm telling you, and you don't want to listen.
I know. I can hear you say, I don't remember. I can hear it. I'm a grown boy. I've been doing this a long time.
I understand.
No, you don't understand. If you understood, you wouldn't say, I can't remember. You would say, we went back to my house and we got into a fight.
This detective truly makes Yvonne nervous. Nervous enough that she will suddenly remember carrying a gun with her, even though she's been denying the same so far. For Yvonne, confessing to an accidental shooting is better than admitting to having a romantic relationship with Daniela. Watch as Yvonne starts recalling the night with a fresh perspective.
My timeline, it's completely off of, the evidence that you have. What I remember, like I said, but now you said that it wasn't.
Wait,
In
what?
the car, that I in the car, and I went around and I looked and I called, but that's what I recall. But I don't know at what time and what moment I got out with my purse and walked in and put him where I normally put him. Put him out of the thing and put him in.
So walk me through it. Just tell me. I'm not asking you about the timeline right now. I just want you to walk me through it.
Because we know things weren't normal this morning. Nothing was normal. You didn't follow your normal routine when you went into the house. It wasn't a normal situation.
I walked in, the gun was in my purse, the gun was in a holster. I walked through the door, I think, and I went to the room, and I pulled it out of my purse. I put him there, where on the chair, and that's.
You put the gun on the chair?
Yeah, never thought.
In the holster?
When I pulled it out of the purse, it was in the holster.
Okay.
So it never crossed my mind.
Is it still in the holster?
Yes.
Okay.
It should be in the holster.
Did you take a shower before you called 911?
I haven't taken a shower today.
Okay, so you went in. You went straight to your bedroom first. That's the first place you went.
Yeah.
And
I think
you opened up your purse,
pulled the gun.
pulled the gun out.
See if my wallet was there.
What were you doing? Why were you looking for your wallet?
Because normally when I don't recall, if I don't recall anything, the first thing I look is for my wallet, my purse first, and my wallet to see if it's there or I lost it or what.
So taking inventory kind of a thing?
Not inventory.
To make sure you had it.
Yeah.
They're just checking to see
If I have my driver's license, if I have my credit cards there,
Okay.
the money's still there.
So then what? What'd you do next?
Okay.
Was that your first act when you walked in the house? Was to put the gun in the bedroom?
No, it was actually, I opened the purse to see it was my money there, and then the gun was there, and I pulled my thing, and I put the other thing where, put my purse, check it out, pull the gun, put them away. Two things.
You went into
My
your...
wallet and the gun.
You pulled your wallet out of the purse too?
Yeah.
Where'd you put that?
Now it's sitting on the counter.
In your kitchen?
Yeah.
How did it get there? Patrolman asked you for your ID?
Yeah, something like
And
that.
then you went over and got it?
Yeah, I went over and got it.
Okay. So, you walked in, you went to the master bedroom, took out your wallet, you took out your gun, then what?
I don't even know what the timeline exactly happened.
The next thing that you did, what was your next activity?
Took my shoes off. Went to pee. Took my shoes off.
The shoes that you were wearing, where are they?
In the bathroom.
The master bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you wash them off in the tub?
No. They're everything is,
They're sandals, right?
yeah.
So you don't know if you tracked any blood into the house? Made footprints, blood footprints on the floor, sandals? No?
No,
Okay,
I
so
didn't notice, I didn't see it today, I was nothing.
what'd you do after that? You put the gun away, put the wallet away. You put the purse where? You left it in the
I think
bedroom?
it's, yes, I think it's in the, okay.
On the bed?
Yeah, I think it's in the
Then you went into the master bathroom? You used the,
which is true because I went to pee.
you took your sandals off, you used the restroom,
Mhm.
then what?
But all this was
All this was,
like, I want to say, after calling 911, I want to say,
everything you're telling me transpired after you dialed 911, is that what you're telling me?
everything. I assume that because everything is scrambled.
Yvonne Serrano continues to say that the crime happened when she was blacked out after drinking too much alcohol. She also confessed to having an alcohol addiction. Because of this, she was placed in a rehabilitation center instead of prison. In March 2022, she was kicked out of there as well after her roommates complained that she would insult and intimidate them. She was rearrested for the same charges again. Serrano was arrested and charged with tampering with physical evidence, including deleting footage from her doorbell camera, and murder in the second degree. She was subsequently taken into custody and transported to Broward County Jail. On June 18, 2024, 56-year-old Yvonne Serrano was found guilty on all charges. On August 12, 2024, she was sentenced to life in prison with a mandatory minimum of 25 years. Yvonne Serrano is finally paying her dues for her crimes towards Daniela Tabares Maya. Her insane and unbelievable lies could not protect her from the much-deserved jail time. But the question remains, why did she kill Daniela? The culprit might have been caught, but the family now has to live with the fact that a loving daughter and sister has died, but they will never know why she had to go like that. Before we go, we would like to take a moment to think of Daniela, who has been dearly remembered by everyone who knew her.
She exhibited that compassion and that gratitude and that empathy so much in her interactions with everybody here, and that's why everybody here loved her so much.
Tell us your thoughts on this case, and for more such content, like, share, and subscribe. Comment on the case you'd like to see next on our channel, Real Crime Psychology.